What is going on, guys? My name is Aura. Alright, so recently 2 brand new Toontown servers released to the public. These servers are Altis and Operation Dessert Storm. So today, let's compare these 2 servers along with Toontown Rewritten. So overall, which is the best server, you might ask? Well, there isn't really a solid answer. It all depends on what you want from a Toontown server. For example, if you want a Toontown that's more vanilla, go for Rewritten. But if you want a server that's more than just the vanilla experience, go with Operation Dessert Storm and Altis. But that begs the question, which one should you play out of the 2? Alright, so let's take a look on what each server has to offer and what they have in common. Also, I won't be mentioning every little thing. Anyway, let's begin. Let's start with what Altis has to offer. When you first open the game, you are greeted with a brand new Toontown title screen, meaning you can see the difference between this and Rewritten off the bat. Operation Dessert Storm has a new title screen as well, but it's just refreshing seeing the new title screens rather than the default. You can access some of your options and even pick which district you spawn in right from this page. Next, the Create a Toon screen. It is rather close to the default, but there is a couple things that stand out, like the new deer toon species and the ability to lock your toon to a specific laugh, meaning making Ubers is a bit easier. But let's take a look in-game. So if you notice, Toontown Central has been rearranged. I don't know the exact reasons, but I believe it's to match up with the map in the sticker book. But it's basically just reordering everything. Next, in the sticker book, the options page has a bit more to offer. You can set up your game keys, which that's pretty cool. Not anything real big, but awesome nonetheless. If you check the gag page, you can see there's a new gag track called Zap. It's kind of like drop/trap in a way. Zap works fine on its own, but if you combine it with Squirt, it does double the damage. Next, the new cog type, board bots. I don't know what makes these so different from normal cogs, but they are pretty ugly. But hey, I shouldn't be talking about ugly, right? Not when I'm this ugly. They also have a new task line. You have the ability to carry 3 tasks before you even exit Toontown Central. Which, you know, I am looking forward to that Loopy's balls task, just saying, but I want some balls on my t-shirt. Don't ask. Toontown Altis seems to be a bit harder. If you ever make it to the VP, it will teach you how to save, because you only get 50 pies before having to restock, which that's only a number of things different in the VP. I would tell you the rest, but then this script would be even more of a mess than it already is, and it's kind of already difficult for me to read. Okay, what else? A daylight cycle, 6-story buildings, etc. By the way, if I miss anything, it's either at the end where I mention all the things Desert Storm and Altis have in common, or I'm an idiot and forgotten. Which, if that's the case, please tell me in the comments below, I guess.
But I think we're gonna switch over to Operation Dessert Storm.
It's dessert! Operation Dessert Storm. Again, another new title screen. This one has a bit more going on though. It shows you 6 randomized tunes, which your tunes will replace these once you make them. Not only that, but every time you load in the game, the pick a tune screen will be in a random playground. Okay, so I like, this isn't part of the script, I just wanted to mention this. There's a line in here about the new species, but it just says another new species cloud. I'm great at grammar, aren't I? Next, the Create a Tune. Another new species, cow, and a bit of a different layout for picking color/tune body parts. Plus, this server already has the type and name implemented. Altis fixture game. Now, this server has its own tutorial. It takes place in September 2013 after online's closure. You start off in Pete's school in a class for high tunes. Now we have some pretty high gags, but that's only for the tutorial. After Pete explains Toontown to you, which I think this server is for new and old players, while Altis is more for experienced once a challenge players. After Pete explains Toontown to you, the red lights start to flash, and Pete goes to check it out. After getting out of your seat, or if you wait 2 minutes to get kicked out of the entire building, you leave the building to see that Toontown Central is Cognation. Central has been packed up and all the tunes went sad. You try to fight with your high level gags, but end up being taken away. Which, just saying, but this scene is not for your toony eyes. And while this server gives credit to all the servers they've taken from, that takes balls. Not Loopy's balls, but some sort of balls. We are in the game. Achievements! If you look in the book, the server has a few more customizable options than Altis/Rewritten. They also have a new cog type just like Altis, but this cog type has a catch. It always goes first. Other than that, battles have a bit more additions. If you wait too long before killing a cog, it will evolve. 2 levels, I believe. I could be wrong, please forgive me. Also, you have a chance of triggering a minigame very similar to ones found in Undertale. If you do well on these, you get jelly beans, a new paint shop where you can paint your tune, a new playground, etc. Also, a couple other things I didn't mention. If you got a problem, play it yourself to figure out the rest. Alright, so these servers have a lot to offer on their own, but what do they have in common? Well, as I mentioned before, they both have new title screens, cog versions, and tune species. They both have small tweaks that are similar / the exact same. Example, skipping minigames in the trolley. They both have key features from online like the silly meter, field offices, and doodles. Plus again, a number of other things. So which one is better and which one is better to play? Well, that's up to you. Personally, I want to take some time to play all the servers. They all have their own directions, they are all awesome servers. You can see Altis and Dessert Storm are putting work into bringing Toontown back to life. Ever since they have both released, the Toontown community as a whole has sparked. I personally know people on both servers. I can tell you they are all working hard, and they both want the same thing, to bring back our childhood game, Toontown Online. I know that a lot of drama has been going around about these servers, but it's all unnecessary. They are both great games, and they both have a lot to offer. Don't get so caught up in the drama, and just enjoy the games the way you were meant to. Thank you to both teams for the hard work you have done. It's about time to wrap this video up with one last question. Are you Toon enough?